Once upon a time, in the beautiful land of Aotearoa, lived a poor but noble girl called Cinderella. Cinderella worked in a school as a member of the support staff. Cinderella loved to help the teachers in lots of ways. Sometimes she was an administrator or receptionist. Sometimes she worked as a librarian or as an IT specialist. Sometimes she organised sports teams, guided students to find careers, or supplied chemicals and gear for science. Above all, she worked with children to help and encourage them to learn. Cinderella had spent lots of time becoming really good at helping. Because she was so useful, she was given more and more things to do at her school. The teachers trusted her, and so they were able to spend all their time teaching really stimulating lessons so the children could learn heaps and grow up to do all the creative things they dreamed of. The teachers loved Cinderella. They thought she was awesome. The children she assisted and encouraged loved Cinderella. Some of them called her Mum. Cinderella's work in the school was really important and valuable. But something was wrong. There was a cloud over Aotearoa. Not a long white one, if that's what you were thinking, but a sort of thick black one. There was a problem, one that made Cinderella very sad. You see, the not-so-bad magical person who ruled over the schools of Aotearoa realized that since Cinderella loved her job so much, that she would keep doing it, and making the teachers happy, and making the children happy, even if all she had to live on was bread and water. So that's what she was paid. Well, not quite. Because the not-so-bad magical person was a little bit generous, she let Cinderella have a carrot too. But Cinderella saw what other people had for lunch, and she felt sad. She wanted to be able to eat unhealthy food as other people did, pies and sausage rolls and hot chips and cake and chocolate. And because she was a very modern, well-educated lass who knew about ideas like fairness, sometimes she got a little bit angry. As if that wasn't bad enough, there was something else too. One dark night, when that thick black cloud we mentioned was hiding the moon and stars, the not-so-bad magical person accidentally tripped over her magic wand and broke it, but not before she had unintentionally cast a spell over most of the schools of Aotearoa, the dreadful curse that is called never pay. This meant that soon lots of teachers were also on short rations. Poor Cinderella had to work day and night because of never pay, trying to help all those teachers who were now having trouble paying for their groceries. At the end of a long, difficult day, Cinderella sat down in a cosy chair in the school staff room. She felt so tired. She closed her eyes, and soon she was fast asleep. She dreamed that the not-so-bad magical person had a brand new magic wand, and that she waved it, and the dreadful curse of never pay was gone forever. And all the teachers were overjoyed, because now they could go to Countdown and buy all the unhealthy food they wanted. But you know how dreams go weird, and before you could say Tamariki, the not-so-bad magical person had morphed into a fairy godmother, and promised Cinderella to grant her 3 wishes. Well, of course Cinderella couldn't believe her eyes. Cinderella had always loved dancing, and when she saw it on the telly, liked to join in. She imagined having lovely clothes, wearing them to dances, and people wondering who this beautiful and graceful dancer was. Could this be the day that she had longed for? Give it a go, she decided. Yes, please, fairy godmother, she answered. I would like to be all flashed up with a ball gown and dancing shoes. I would like to go to a royal ball. It'd be great to arrive there in one of those fancy limousines. You might have thought she would ask for a handsome prince for good measure, but since Cinderella was a typical support staff person, she was already married with 2.2 kids, so a handsome prince was off limits. Well, sure enough, the fairy godmother was kosher, and in no time at all, Cinderella had had her makeover, was all kitted up for a royal ball, and on her way there in a luxurious limousine. We interrupt this story with a wrenching return to reality. Alas, the school caretaker discovered Cinderella in the staff room while doing his rounds and shook her back to a reluctant consciousness. Poor Cinderella, will she ever get to the ball she dreams of? Will her hard work, dedication and admirable qualities be recognised and rewarded at the highest level? Cinderella is a fable, but the hard work, dedication and solid professional contribution made by New Zealand school support staff to children's education and to running schools is no fable. Schools couldn't run without support staff. Principals, teachers and the community value the work they do. But government underfunding of schools means schools can't employ as many staff as they need to help their students learn. Furthermore, the employment terms are so incredible, you might think we invented them. New Zealand school support staff are paid 70% of public sector rates for similar work, and there aren't any grades for some more skilled positions. Work hours per week are often cut to meet budgets. Professional development is not guaranteed or career paths defined. Fixed-term contracts are often used for jobs which are permanent, and sometimes this goes on for year after year. Job descriptions and grading are often inaccurate to save money. For more than 20 years, Cinderella has dreamed of swapping her rags for a ball gown. She needs central funding of her pay to get her to the ball. It would be great to have a fairy godmother to wave a wand so Cinderella could live happily ever after, but support staff rely on people like you, who value children's education, to push for central funding of their pay. Please don't let us down.